Hey everyone, I'm the Real Eveb, and you're watching the A20 Guardian 100 game analysis. This is run number 70. Let's get started. Starting off today with a Sapphire for the brace. Our options are obtain a random rare, enemies in your next 3 combats have 1 HP, lose all gold for a rare colorless card, or the boss swap. Bit of weird choices today. I'm usually not a fan of the obtaining a random rare. I feel like with a bad roll, you have to build around it quite a bit. And I'm looking for consistent value so that we can take on a path like this with 3 elites, 3 campfires. Rare colorless card can be good. In fact, it is good most of the time with your choices, but sometimes you can have some issues. This right-hand path has 3 elites, 2 campfires, so it's technically worse than this, and forces you to take the elite on floor 6 rather than floor 7 after a campfire. So I'm thinking that we really want to go this route. And we can grab a quad. Quad hallway fight path. So that seems pretty good. Also, no shop this act on this path. So we can lose all gold if we want. Enemies in your next 3 combats have 1 HP. Niao's Lament is really good for consistency. I'm feeling like we're going to be strong enough with this, though, to take on that elite path. Having this floor 6 and floor 8 campfire really helps that. Triple campfire means that you're not fighting a lot of enemies. We have a pretty balanced path down here. If this is an enemy, we can take this question mark instead of this fight, so that we still get 4 fights exactly. So yeah, I'm gonna go with this. Let's see if we can get like Hand of Greed. Okay. So we got the weird options. Magnetism, Panache, Secret Technique. What's our boss again? Hexaghost. So scaling is the name of the game. Panache, while usable with Guardian Stasis, still takes time to build around. Magnetism's weird. I think it needs an upgrade to be good enough. And even then, I've tried Magnetism start before, and unless you're avoiding elites, it really hurts you. We could try to go for Panache. It kind of helps that we have a Sapphire in the deck already. But until we get enough cards to play 5 cards a turn with 3 energy, this is just going to be a dead draw. It's probably just going to have to be Secret Technique, which sucks, but you know, it'll turn out to be good later, especially because it's getting a skill from the draw pile and not an attack like Secret Weapon. I don't think skip is the answer either. Right now, this is just going to function as either a defend or curl up, which is fine, I think. Let's see what we hit here. We hit a strike. That's good. It means we'll get that damage later. We don't miss out on anything. We do want to enter defensive now, I believe. Or maybe not. We only have 1 strike in hand. Could just grab a defend here. Yeah, we can defend twice, enter defensive next turn, since we only have 1 energy worth of damage in hand. Then we'll be able to block this turn and next turn. This cultist is going to be a bit strong. Hopefully we get 2 attacks. Maybe this wasn't the right play. We'll see. Okay, it worked out. Maybe if I had gone for the defensive mode earlier, I probably would have been able to play more aggressively, which means stealing more damage. This is not really the card reward I wanted to see. These 2 are pretty weak in the early game. We need to hit a campfire to socket this. Although it's alright once we socket it in Twin Slam. I don't want to socket Sapphire in Twin Slam. Planning, I have been avoiding for a while. It may be a good idea to just use it anyway. Because it is putting 2 cards into stasis. I guess today will be a learning day. Because over time I've come to value this a lot less because of the lack of control. And also because you can fill up stasis slots really easily. But we'll see how this works out. Because stasis is pretty much almost as good as just raw damage. Oh wow. Very early Shining Light. 2 random upgrades. We have 2 dud cards that we don't want to hit with this. In fact, maybe even Twin Slam is a dud. Because it only will do 1 more damage than a strike. So we might as well just not upgrade it and play strikes. So we want this to hit either strikes, defense, or curl up at this point. I really don't like this event. I feel like the HP loss is too much. Especially since we're trying to go up this route. But then again, maybe this early it will pay off. I'm going to do it. Okay, we got to strike and to defend. There we go. I think we can afford to take another question mark over a fight, so I'm going to do that. Since we took 23 damage, I think we want to take less fights. Oh hey, a heal. Takes me back up to 70. Or we could greed the max HP again. Let's go for the heal since I haven't gotten a good attack card yet. Or good stasis for that matter. I don't consider planning to be good stasis at this point. But then again, like I said, I'm very willing to be proven wrong about this. And I might just be... I need to strike. Okay. I guess we can full block too, that's fine. I guess I should have played curl up before the unupgraded defend, so it had a better chance of putting a defend into stasis. Weird. Might as well. Okay, 2 attack cards, that's fine. Sender's Bane surviving for 3 turns. Amazing. Okay. Great. Orb support's not what I want to see. Amber, though, is really interesting, both in Twin Slam and planning. Very interesting. I don't think this is good enough. I think we take the Amber. Second planning is no good. Way too oversaturated on stasis. We can enter defensive right now if we want. Let's play the planning. Let's accelerate once. We can also just do all this. Enter defensive. We're about to become weak. Maybe the strike plus will show up and we can kill this. There we go. We have a full block as well, so let's just do some damage. Don't need to play that defend, we'll save it for later, so it still costs 0. Another defend, please. No? Fine. That's what you get whenever you have a bunch of 0 cost 3 nothing cards in the draw. It's funny, this would have actually been a good way to build into Panache. But then again, I don't think it's consistent enough. I could be wrong. Maybe it is actually correct to go to speculate Panache with Guardian. Maybe if I die super early in this run, I'll run it back and try that. But until then, Temporal Shield, Piercing Hide. We're fighting Hexa. Thorns has some value against Hexaghost. So does this. But Temporal Shield with more Accelerate is pretty good, since we're filling up stasis slots pretty fast. I'm inclined to take the card that does damage, though. Even though this does Accelerate. You don't know what kind of value you're getting out. Alright. I think we only want to socket 1 gem here. Because we want to hit 15 cards exactly. So that whenever we redraw, we don't shuffle a bunch of our good cards back, or a bunch of the cards we've taken back. We don't want to shuffle without a bunch of the good cards we've taken on our redraw. So which one? I think Amber goes in Planning and Sapphire goes in Piercing Hide. But we have to choose one to use right now, and I think leaving Amber out is the better choice because this has a chance of being something good. Meanwhile, this is just taking up space. So Sapphire in Piercing Hide. And I guess that actually leaves us open to putting Amber in Twin Slam if we want. Until then, though, maybe we upgrade another Strike? Maybe we upgrade Curl Up, actually. Just to kind of counteract the lack of control from planning. It doesn't quite get us to enough brace to enter defensive with just these two cards. Maybe if I had put the brace into Twin Slam we could have done that, but I'm not convinced that's correct to do. Brace and Twin Slam is such a lousy combo. I'm gonna upgrade a Strike. Okay, another thing here. Quantum Elixir, I think we want to use, just so that we can get some kind of value. So let's see what we can get here. Orb Support, that's free damage. I don't mind that so much when it comes from a potion like this. Also, we can accelerate it out immediately to put another card into stasis. Ancient Power. Strike for Strike. This is a skill, so I think I'm going to take the attack. And... bit of a weird one. Probably don't want the cards that give Gremlin Knob strength. Not sure which one of these is better. This one actually does damage. And I think we clear our stasis slots fast enough to not need to worry about room in stasis. Especially because we're not going to get it out fast enough to deal with this. So might as well just do this. So do I want a card in stasis at random, or do I want to curl up something? I think I want a random card. We do get both of our strike pluses and are able to play both of them. Oh, since stasis is full, we can actually just curl up here. I think this puts us into defensive once we're attacked. He gains 3 strength, does 11 damage. We block for 7. So we take 4 plus 7 brace, that's 11 brace. So we enter defensive off this hit. And we get to block for 7. So I think that is correct. We also do a little bit of Thorns damage, which is nice. I could Secret Technique here, but I still don't want to do more self-damage because of Knob. That's going to affect me this turn and next turn. Let's just get the 20 block. Oh, Spiker Protocol for even more. Okay, so it did pay off. Cool. So we have 7 Thorns. I think we absolutely play this. We have a kill next turn, right? Maybe? We have 7. We need to deal 6 damage. That's any of our attack draws. I guess that's not guaranteed. Maybe we use Explosive Pod if we miss. That's probably fine. This should go to 37, so this blocks for 1. Okay. 11 damage fight. I think that's worth it. There we go. Tiny chest. Okay. Another Amber. A multi-beam. I think multi-beam has to be taken here. Although Amber is very strong gem, once you get the stasis set up, I'm not convinced that that's our play. And even with planning in curl up, I don't think that Amber and planning and Amber and Twin Slam is good balance. I think that's going to be too much accelerate. And we want multi-beam. So... Alright, now that we have 16 cards again, we can actually socket this. I think I do want to put in planning, though, over Twin Slam. Twin Slam, well... Putting it in Twin Slam gives us control over stasis. We can play it once or twice. And, of course, accelerating twice is really good. Putting Amber in planning means that we're probably not going to get a card out. It would just speed up the process of stasis. Okay, I think I've convinced myself. We're going to put it into Twin Slam. Maybe we'll put like a Ruby or something into planning. We're going to upgrade multi-beam. We have a 50-50 chance of hitting sentries next, and this is our Our only damage card, other than strikes. The good thing is we have Explosive Pod. If we face Laga, if we're lucky, we'll get this into stasis, so... I didn't mean to skip chest. Art of War. Yeah? Alright. I think that's plausible to be used. We did get Laga. I think it's fine not to... Not to worry about the 15 card rule here. I think we can just grab Planning and go from there. Use it to get some value in a couple turns from now. I could also just wait to draw it. I could grab Curl Up instead. Get that sooner than later. If we do Planning and then we get 2 block cards, we're going to want to have Lagavulin and Awake already, so that's kind of eh. Curl Up. Alright, I'm going to do Defend, Curl Up. We hit Multi-Beam. Okay, I was kind of hoping that would happen. That means it'll have its damage upgraded. It's great. We also have an extra energy from Art of War should we decide to start this turn. And I think we will. Let's see what Planning hits. We hit a Defend, but we can get that out next turn with Twin Slam. Do 36 damage here. Yeah, especially because playing Twin Slam next turn means that we get the Defend out, and we want that out on the turn that Lagavulin's attacking. So let's take advantage of our extra energy and our scaling Multi-Beam and wake him up. Hopefully we can win this fight. We're probably going to have to sacrifice some HP to get there, but I think it'll still be worth it. Gear up Piercing Hide, Twin Slam, Defend. That full blocks his turn. He also have 5 Thorns, we're doing a little bit of damage that way. Alright. Ooh, do we go for the Multi-Beam with Curl Up? I think we do. I think we go for that 50-50. Yes. Nice. Okay. Strike and Defend. We can re-enter defensive next turn, so I think we're still fine. Wonder if there was a more optimal play with Art of War any part of this fight. Right. Twin Slam does eventually get this out. I could just double Defend instead. We get these out next turn. 3, 4, 3 is 10. Plus 7 is 17. That's not enough to kill this turn. I guess I could kill it with Explosive Pot. But then again, I can just take 4 damage instead, and I think we're going to be fine. We even have Art of War for next turn. But we hit the Strike. I think I would have rather hit the Twin Slam, honestly. But if we get Twin Slam again, we're good. Okay, we got Multi-Beam. Yeah, this is worth a lot more than 4 HP, so I think that was worth it. Horseshoe, that's going to be real nice. Flex Potion, also real nice. Just another way to buff Multi-Beam. And now we get some more gems. And I love me a Garnet on Twin Slam, if we can afford to get that upgraded here, and then socket it there. Which I think we will, with these potions. This is also our first Hardpool Hallway. Explosive Pot is generally pretty good against that, and we don't have a very terrible deck against whatever's coming up. Is there any reason to take Overload? I don't think so. I guess the cheap cards are an argument, but we don't have enough of them. We want more scaling damage. I'm going to take the Darter. Okay, we got one of the harder fights. Go figure. We do have defensive mode entry, though. I think we grab Planning, as usual. And then we enter defensive and play Piercing Hide. Secret Technique Planning. We've done that a couple times now. It's interesting. Please hit Garnet. I would love to play Garnet Multi-Beam next turn. Nice. And this is not the Acid Slime, so we will actually be able to do both of those. What? Why did this proc twice? Doesn't this give me 2? Does it give it to me twice? That's really weird. Anyways, because of Art of War, that's a kill. And I actually might not even have been dependent on that. Interesting. Vent Steam Multi-Beam Suspension. I am actually thinking Suspension's the answer here. We already have a Garnet, which we're planning to put into Twin Slam. And with the deck as small as it is, I think we cycle back fast enough to not need to stack more Vulnerable with Vent Steam. I could be wrong, though. Maybe keeping constant Vulnerable is a good idea. I was just thinking that with Suspension, we could actually throw whatever card we want into Stasis, like Multi-Beam, for example. We really would like to have that controlled. We would like to have a form of control to put that into Stasis consistently. Curl Up would be a way, I guess, if we could get that upgraded. I could see myself doing that at the last fire. I don't think a second Multi-Beam is worth it. They're so weak at base. You need support for it to be good, although it is AoE. So is it Vent Steam or Suspension? Yeah, on second thought, it's probably Vent Steam. Having 4 turns of Vulnerable in the deck is actually pretty darn good. And yeah, I am going to put Garnet into Twin Slam still, I think. Just because we have Multi-Beam. So having the AoE Vulnerable for multiple turns means that this is more likely to do its job really well, as opposed to putting it into Vent Steam just to have it more easily available. Don't want to do that yet. We're going to upgrade Twin Slam as planned. We're going to take on this question mark, which is Anger the Mushrooms. Yeah. Alright. What are you guys doing? We could just Explosive Pot here. We have Flex Potions, so fighting Sentries with Multi-Beam is probably going to be okay. As is. We have any way to... Oh, we can just grab Garnet. What am I saying? This is 30 damage with Garnet. Okay. Easy game. Never had to think about a fight in my life. Didn't get another potion. That's good. Strike for Strike Metallicize. Is there any argument for Clone here? Cloning Multi-Beam is an interesting way to scale it, but juggling 2 of them, again, I don't think is worth it. Even if it was the best card in the card reward, I don't think taking a second Multi-Beam would be correct. Cloning Twin Slam whenever it has Accelerate in it is something that I've done in the past, and it's actually worked pretty well. I don't think that I have any other cards I want to dupe, though. Maybe Curl Up, because it braces for 10. And once we upgrade it, it will brace for 12 and have Controlled Stasis, which is pretty good. But only 2 hits in the entire deck doesn't seem great to me. I don't think that scales me up enough for Hexaghost either. I think we're going to rely on other ways to do that. Strike for Strike and Metallicize. Strike for Strike, I think we need more front-loaded damage for Act 2. We already have some decent defense, in the form of a Piercing Hide with extra Brace, an upgraded Defend, some good relics, honestly. Horseshoe, Odd Mushroom. Actually, this is not even a synergy, is it? Whatever. I'm going to take the Strike for Strike. I think we do need damage for Hexaghost anyway. I'm hoping that what we have here is enough. Really hoping. How do we do this fight? I don't think we use Flex Pod here. I think we hit 3 times, right? So at the very least we can get that from Multi-Beam too, but we can also have Garnet or Vent Steam available. So let's just do as much damage this turn as we can. Wait for those to play out animations that don't exist. Okay. Can do Piercing Hide again. Like I said, I kind of want this for Hexa, but let's see. Actually, we don't need Explosive Pot. If I grab Garnet with Secret Technique and use Flex Pot, this becomes 12, 18 times 3. which is 54. So with both potions, we can kill Gremlin up and not take any more damage. How likely are we to win this fight from here, though, is the big question. If we don't use those potions. We have Garnet and 3 strikes coming up, but we also have 4 other cards that don't do anything. I guess Vensteam does, kind of, but we don't want to take the big hit. We want to end the fight by next turn. So this will be doing 21. Takes it down to 49, 39. And then unless we use a potion, this is not going to be enough. This would be 9, 18, 31. So I guess with our best draw, we could use Explosive Pot. With a bad draw, we can't even use Flex Potion. So we probably just want to use both of these and win now. Explosive Pot's not going to be good enough against Hexa anyway. Also, we're just below a threshold for... No, wait, no we're not. It's every 12 HP, not every 6. So we're still going to be taking, I think, 4 times 6 on turn 2. Yeah. Which sucks, but... if we take 8 damage, we go to 33, which does actually take us down to 3 times 6, so technically we're only taking 2 damage this turn. So it is really only a question of... if we can kill next turn or not. And unless we get the exact right hand, I don't think the answer is yes. This could be like 24 damage, though. I guess it's just barely better than a fire potion against Hexa. We don't have any way to keep this. I'm just going to go for skill here this turn. Hoping for something good here, either card or potion. We haven't seen a rare card yet. Ooh, Gelatinous Cube. That's actually good against Hexa? Maybe it's bad. Because then we draw more burns, too. Maybe we find another cheap card here. Maybe now we take Suspension. Maybe we take Metallicize. I think Suspension's probably better, though. These are the only cards we have for Stasis right now. So, more consistency on multi-beam juggling is good. And having that fourth Stasis slot at this number of cards, I think, is actually going to be good for us. Especially since we have Accelerate. Okay, I think we can win this. I get nervous against Hexa because finding scaling by the end of Act 1 is not guaranteed. No matter who you're playing, really. Unless some modded character explicitly excels in that area. Also, our upgrade... Suspension makes sense, but also... I think Curl Up to better juggle multi-beam is better. Planning upgrade only gives us a second socket. I don't think that's worth it. This doesn't give us any more brace for some reason. Alright. The other two brace 3 common block cards both upgrade to brace 4. So, I don't know. Skill Potion, I didn't even realize we got that, but that also kind of helps. Right, we socketed the gem, so we can't seek for it anymore. I don't think we want Suspension here, because we want to use that on multi-beam when we draw it. Do we even want to use Secret Technique here? I kind of want all of my block cards here and Suspension, so I guess we don't play it, huh? Guess we play Planning. We got a Defend Plus and a Strike Plus, okay. That's fine if we get Twin Slam. It's actually good if we get Twin Slam. In fact, do I not play this Strike this turn so I can get Art of War value? We can play Gear Up instead. I think it's worth it. Art of War is very strong in, before the end of Act 1. This is not guaranteed to give us anything, so I'm going to wait. Maybe we can think of a better opportunity to use it. Okay, we got multi-beam. I think we're just going to curl that up, though, to start it scaling. And honestly, I don't mind taking damage here. I think we need to do as much damage as possible. Actually, maybe this is the skill potion. That makes sense. Let's do the skill potion now. Recover. I mean, that's good in general. Temporal Shield actually does a lot for us right now. That gets us another 16 block, which means we almost full block if we play strike for strike. And this accelerate's going to be pretty good in general, I think. Recover being more stasis is nice, and also the control is really good. But I'm going to go with Temporal Shield this time. Yes, we take 1 damage. It's fine. We're going to be using Twin Slam this turn, I think. It would be nice if we also got Planning at the same time. Okay, I guess... Oh wait, no, that's not Planning. It was Suspension to begin with. Suspension the multi-beam? I guess so? Yeah, it's more scaling. We need that. We need it fast. I love how it put it down in the hand and then in there. And despite the fact that it does way more damage than Second Slam, I think we want the extra turn of Vulnerable more. Just for the consistency. Alright. Here comes the ×2 attack. There's Twin Slam again. I think we just tank the damage. We do double Twin Slam again, and then strike for strike. We might still be pretty far away from Vent Steam. So, yeah. Is it worth it to strike for strike, or would we rather defend? We only have multi-beam for scaling, so maybe we should just... Well, I guess vulnerable too, but we probably should just tank this hit. We still have plenty of HP. I don't mind guaranteeing that we win this fight by losing some. We're not being attacked next turn. So I don't want to enter defensive. That means we don't want to seek for Curl Up or Piercing Hide. I guess that means we do Suspension? No. There's no way Suspension's correct. It would be either Defend or Temporal Shield. So does that mean we just don't use it again? Let's do Planning. Okay. We got Multi-Beam. Actually, that means we can... Oh, wait, no. I was thinking about putting Suspension into Stasis. But we don't have a card for that. Because then we could put Multi-Beam back into Stasis, you know? It may still be correct. We get Defend Plus back out in 2 turns, or just Defend, I guess. We could also just accelerate this burnout this turn. I don't think we need to do that. Okay. Probably don't have to play a vulnerable card for the rest of the fight. I think it's almost over. We have Curl Up again. I think it's Curl Up, Strike, Strike, Defend. We're going to keep scaling the multi-beam. I know we could play it and wait to redraw it, but we have other things we can do this turn, so it's not a full loss. We have a full block. This is worth 2 thorns, so 4 damage versus 22 for the same amount of energy. Yeah, I don't think so. Okay. Look at that damage. Beautiful. Is it going to be enough, though? It's actually kind of close. We'll do Temporal Shield like this. We'll put a card into Stasis, and then accelerate it out. I guess it's going to be a Defend. So that full blocks this turn. 9 plus 4. And then next turn, I think we have a kill. 19 plus 13 is 32. Yep, there we go. Alright, that was actually kind of close. Oh, but we also have Gelatinous Cube. Okay. And that means we can save, I guess, maybe 1 HP 3/4 of the time by playing Temporal Shield first, then Strike and Strike for Strike. Okay, we won. Good. Thank you, Multi-Beam. You did great. I probably should have played it, but oh well. Ooh. Time Sifter, I think, is the worst out of these three. These two cards are amazing. Giga Beam versus Spheric Shield. Literal polar opposites in what they do. Giga Beam being the big damage AoE card, and Spheric Shield being the play it safe card. That's tough. We kind of need both. With multi-beam and the kind of stasis stuff we're doing. We need stall in order to get the multi-beam, and we need stall because we don't have very many attacks. But we also need damage because we don't have very many attacks. Go figure. If we don't get an energy relic, it may be difficult to get vulnerable at the same time as Giga Beam, because we would need Twin Slam and Giga Beam together. There's a chance that we can put Giga Beam into stasis and then use Twin Slam to get it out fast enough for the vulnerable to work. Act 2 is pretty brutal. It may be better to just take the Spheric Shield. Especially with the zero cost cards in our deck right now. Sheesh. Tough decision. Like I said, I'd pick up both of those if I could. Another big problem with Spheric Shield is that it's temporary. And of course there's the downside of Giga Beam, meaning that you need to be careful about when you play it. We do have a Flex Pot though, which makes it interesting, because it scales multiple times with Strength, and of course it's AoE. And we have Multi-Beam. I think the amount of stasis we have means we can probably handle hallway fights pretty well. Even though we have a lack of control with planning, we do have two cards that we can choose a card from hand to put into stasis. Suspension and Curl Up Plus. So maybe we can just juggle our cards, kind of like we have a pyramid. And that will keep us safe. Or maybe that will... It's kind of hard to get enough damage with that kind of system, because some of these fights scale. I guess we don't have to worry too much about birds, since we have multi-beam. Worst case scenario, we don't get an energy relic, but we proc Art of War the turn before we draw multi-beam. Or we can put it into stasis so we can make sure that we get it on a 4 energy turn, and then that will knock them all down. Ooh, Chosen would hurt a lot. Chosen, I think, is our hardest fight out of the easy pools. Avocado, I think we could be okay. We're really not guaranteed to draw Spheric Shield turn 1, but it doesn't mean we can't try. Actually, Secret Technique could get Spheric Shield. So that's actually 2 chances at getting it on turn 1. That's really interesting. So is it Spheric Shield or Giga Beam? Giga Beam's downside is also tough to play around if you don't have supplemental damage. If you don't have the damage to end the fight with Giga Beam, or the control to make sure you're safe on a downturn, then you just don't play it. And I like taking Giga Beam. I think you can play around the downside surprisingly often, but I'm not convinced I can do it here. I'm going to take the Spheric Shield. I think we're going to play this one slow. Okay. Sozu's pretty punishing. Slaver's Collar doesn't work in hallway fights. Empty Cage is, I guess, a thing. Could remove 2 strikes. Man, a lot of tough decisions. We're kind of in a tough spot to begin with. Our relics are not amazing for a while. I don't think very many enemies make us weak, frail, or vulnerable. I guess Chosen does. I guess Avocado makes us frail too. Birds and Baseball makes us frail for 5 turns, so that would only be 4. So like we're debuff immune, but not much else. Had a little bit of help in the Hexaghost fight with Gelatinous Cube. We're waiting on these to give us value during certain specific fights. We could do tiny chest things. That's an interesting idea. Does this deck want a 4th energy so badly that we take Sozu? I think it's plausible that we can win this on 3 energy. Or at least get there. So I think Slaver's Collar or Empty Cage is fine. Because like hallway fights are, even though this is technically a 4th energy, it doesn't work during hallway fights, so you just have nothing in those. I did not mean to click that. That's the second time I've almost skipped something that I didn't want to skip. Is Empty Cage better? Empty Cage makes us more consistently get block cards or Secret Technique. Is that better than an energy? Hard to say. I think during elite fights it is helpful to have the extra energy for multi-beam and a couple other things, but we can maybe survive without. We don't have a lot of stuff that really cares so much about having a 4th energy. It's literally just multi-beam. Multi-beam, X-Craft cards really don't like having 3 energy. But you can still make it work if you can keep juggling it back into stasis. And even then, it's AoE, so it's already going to be somewhat useful, especially with our AoE vulnerable. I think we go Empty Cage for most consistency. Maybe try to take more hallway fights for better cards. Yeah, that's what I'm going with. I think next time I'm presented with a Niao option like that from colorless cards, I'm just going to take the Panache and see what happens. This has been a lot of thinking for me, so I'm going to take a break. And when I come back, I will be a lot more prepared to take this on. So I'll see you in just a second. Alright, we are back. And we're looking for a route through this act that isn't going to kill us, because this deck is not amazing. I'm not sure we can handle elites. Our deck is effective with Stasis. It's good enough for getting through Act 1. But when it comes to Act 2, Stasis is a bit slow. We do have Multi-Beam as a boon to us to be able to handle the 2 multi-enemy fights in the act. But as far as handling the rest goes, we are not that well prepared. Especially Book of Stabbing. Took us a while to scale up enough for Hexaghost with Multi-Beam, and it did eventually work out. But with Book of Stabbing, we need something a little bit more, quick. In the meantime, though, we do have other ways to get powerful, like these shops. We have 279 gold. We got some rest sites. Looks like every path has a forced elite, so maybe we can go for just one. The left-hand path is forced into 2 elites, actually, so I may... Oh, but then I can't get a shop if I go that way. Okay. I think we have to take a shop in order to get powerful enough. We can't just be too afraid to take anything. We do have a flex potion to help us. We have to start here. Well, maybe I can just make my decision after this first fight. After all, if this first fight goes really bad, then we're going to have to figure something out. Because every path from here on out has 2 elites on it. And maybe we could rest here and then survive these with potions, who knows. Alright, let's see. Let me also just mark this. Alright. Just so I don't forget. I think it's a little bit early for Spirit Shield. Actually, let's do this. It's also a little bit early to enter defensive in general. So we're just going to let 1 energy float. Okay. Vent Steam this early? I have a gelatinous cube, so I don't actually have to worry about statuses that much. If I get more than 5 dazes in a hand, then I will lose draws because I have a 10 card hand limit. But otherwise, I think I'm pretty good to just play whatever. And I think it is going to be Vent Steam. We do have a Twin Slam coming up, so once this runs, so we'll get that out before it runs out. I think. Play the planning. Oh, we did get a daze in there. Maybe I should have played planning before the vent steam, just to give me less chance of hitting that. We're gonna float another energy. Man, imagine if I had 4 energy right now. I would be using none of it. Ah, great timing. Really good. That's fine. I can just enter defensive twice here, actually. Let's put multi-beam into stasis. Start scaling that up. We'll get that damage out in time, hopefully. Don't weaken me again, that'd be great. Okay. Looks like I'm being weakened again anyway. Because that's just how it goes. Well, let's put multi-beam back into stasis for another turn. Okay. This amount of brace isn't going to matter. We're safe next turn, and we got plenty of damage to claim the next 2 turns. So... why did I do that? I didn't need to do that. Whatever, we have a kill next turn, I'm pretty sure. Ooh, there we go, there's some scaling. And we have ways to put it into stasis, that's, I think, perfect. Quartz, huh? Quartz is pretty good. Quartz is pretty darn good. In both planning and suspension. I'd probably prioritize planning just because suspension has an upgrade that gives it a draw already. So putting it on another 0-cost card that does nothing the turn you draw it might be a good idea. In theory, that can go infinite, but I'm not really feeling an infinite right now. We'll have to see how the game progresses. It's really hard to pass up an orb walk whenever you're so low on damage, but it's hard to pass up a quartz just because it's good. I think we're going to take the orb walk here. And if we go this way, we don't get the campfire. I think we are just going to go left. We didn't take any damage that fight, which is nice. We have a 2-cost card, because X-cost cards, when used for 2 or more energy, do count. And we have plenty of energy, HP to spare right now. And whatever we get from this, I think will make us a lot more powerful, so... Mail-Reach Codex, my least favorite. Love how tedious it is. Sarcasm. Ooh. Couple things here. We don't have very much brace. It helps with the piercing hide, actually. We'd be able to enter defensive with just these 2, and with the gear up that all 3 of those, plus a second draw of these 2, would actually add up to 50. So we can enter defensive mode twice with that, plus 1 more with Spirit Shield. It's pretty cool. I don't think we have enough brace to justify it. I think we can just pick up a small brace card, or like maybe we pick up a brace gem at some point, and that would get us there too. Man, these 2-cost attacks would be tempting if I didn't. If I got Necronomicon. I almost said Necronomicers. I don't have any temporary buffs here either, so Resilient Plate's not the greatest. What would I bottle if I took Bottled Black Hole here? Probably Orb Walk, actually. That makes it really easy. I could also bottle Multi-Beam for AoE fights. Get that scaled up a little bit and have it guaranteed come out on turn 2. Having that scaling with Orb Walk unconditionally, though, is really good. We can also upgrade the Orb Walk, even though we bottle it, so... I think we do that, and... what do we remove? We have 2 upgraded strikes that are actually kind of important right now, so I guess we remove a defend. That seems okay. Then maybe we can take a potion. Like, attack potion would be really good, actually. Then maybe we go for a couple more events, rather than a fight, because we didn't get a potion, so we're 50% potion chance if we want to save these potions for something. This is 128 plus 164, that's 292. So we have 6 gold left over, which means we can afford it. Construction form is really good too, though. On 3 energy, it's hard to preserve the buffers, especially against enemies that multi-attack or multi-enemy fights, which is literally all of the Act 2 elites. Also, it's expensive. Yeah, I think we're gonna bottle black hole the orb walk. It's just so fast with its scaling compared to waiting for it. I mean, all right. Let's see what other events we get. We're gonna fight this. Giga Beam would have been good here. I don't have multi-beam. We probably just enter defensive for next turn. And then we see what we draw before we do anything else. Because we can't, no matter what unless we get literally Giga Beam itself, I don't think we can prevent all of this. Well, Giga Beam would, oh man, we'd be like 2 damage short on these two because it's 38. And we don't have a tick from this yet. Is there any way I could do that? I have to get a skill. I guess I could play Giga Beam Spheric Shield if I got that with Secret Technique, with Piercing Hide as well for maximum block, and then just tank whatever comes next turn. That's 24, 34. That's not terrible. I still think we wait though. I think we get as much block as possible. Do I want a Secret Technique, or do I want to... I could do Planning. Planning, if it hits multi-beam, we still get it out next turn, so... Let's get Planning. I'm not sure if Vent Steam would be enough. We had a strike and a defend. I like this draw pile. I like it quite a bit. I think we can play the long game. I think we skipped this. Forgot about Nilries. I don't see this going well for any of these. It's too slow. We want to draw to multi-beam. Get a strength. Being attacked for 34, we have 15. Right, we can play Twin Slam to get vulnerable on everyone. Oh yeah, we didn't play an attack last turn, so we have Art of War as well. Gotta get reacquainted with everything here. Okay, so this accelerates, giving us 1 strength. That puts us to 9. And that becomes 13 times 3 with vulnerable. That's really good. Which means we only have to worry about 1 guy. And if we're going to worry about 1 guy, we might as well make it Romeo since he's not blocking, and this guy's going to die anyway. So, yeah, just like this. We don't have to use a potion, that's great. Let's get another attack in the draw pile. Oh yeah, because that's the only attack in the draw pile. We got something in stasis anyway. Alright, good fight. Gambler's Brew. I actually think these are better, so... There's another Vent Steam, don't need it. Incinerate is interesting. I should maybe take that. The Accelerate's powerful. And we're low on attacks. Although maybe if we keep a small deck, we don't have to worry about attacks so much. It's just that Incinerate's pretty good by itself. Also, with our deck getting smaller, we have 4 stasis, only 3 stasis slots. We do have a Twin Slam already, but I'm wondering if the balance is pushed further in the favor of more Accelerate anyway. I'm gonna skip. And we got a potion, so our potion chance is 40%. I thought I was at 42. Maybe I was wrong. Do I want another event, or do I want a fight? We're still in easy pool. We got chosen first, so that means it's either birds, baseball, or avocado. We also have to worry about getting through this to the next fire. Yeah, we'll take the event. Oh, tiny chest. I forgot about that too. This is very forgettable though, so I think I have an excuse. Preserved insect is incredible. Holy shit. Alright. Do I rest here or do I smith? We don't need the orb book upgrade just yet. I'm probably going to upgrade that before the boss. What is our boss again? Automaton? No, it's Champ. Interesting. We are going to be abusing multi-beam scaling for sure in that fight. I don't see a great upgrade here. So, considering that I'm already kind of thinking about resting, I'm just going to do it. Just to make sure we get through these fights. Book of Stabbing. There we go. Early Spheric Shield. We're taking 10 this turn. Next turn is either 21 or 24. Which I guess Spheric Shield handles because it's a total of 30 block. Including next turn, so... we should probably just do it. Place Vent Steam. Got both of our strikes, though. Hoping to get Twin Slam, maybe? Yeah. Twin Slam plus Orb Walk is definitely how we want to do this. Do I use Attack Potion now? I probably wait to get some more strength. Oh, another Orb Walk. Sure, maybe. Getting a few more strength. We have Suspension and Curl Up coming up, so... And this fight's going to be a little bit slow, despite us wanting to go fast. Let's do it. Another Art of War proc, that's great. We're running out of Vulnerable here. I probably should just do this. Probably should just do the damage. Although I do want to be able to do Twin Slam twice and enter defensive again. I don't know. I guess playing Gear Up now helps with that, so I'll do it. Another multi-beam. No. I think we skipped this time. 24. Looks like we're taking 10 this turn. Sorry, not 10. 14. I guess that's fine. We rested for a reason. What I want to do this turn is put this other Orb Walk into stasis, which I can do with planning, but I also kind of want to use Suspension on Multi-Beam. I guess I can just do Curl Up on Multi-Beam, and that's fine. Then we can just planning. Let's do Twin Slam first. I know we're not going to be using more than 3 energy, so we can just play all of these. Oh, you know what? Doing it this way means that we get Suspension for sure, and then Orb Walk goes into stasis first, which means Accelerating gives us another strength, rather than a 50-50 of getting Suspension out. Okay. I think it's fine if we reshuffle without Curl Up. So I'm going to play the planning now. Got a strike, okay. Then we play curl up on multi-beam and suspension. Alright. I think we take the 0 cost here. Although I guess Temporal Strike could have worked with less damage anyway, so... I think this is a kill without potions, so that's great. Yeah, this is definitely a kill without potions. Still does more damage? Crazy. Alright, 14 damage fight. That's pretty good for an elite. Meal ticket. That'll be good next act, I guess. Wonder if there's a chance I take this super. Piercing Tide. Another single block card. It braces for 3. It does do that. There's not too many of those. Also, having block cards that brace is a pretty big deal. Because you can enter defensive and have the bonus block from your block card on top of that. So that does kind of lend itself to a block system later. And I do need the one brace card that braces for more than that braces for anything at all. I may prefer Sentry Blast, but we also took a lot of events this act, so we're not taking very many fights. Unless we go this way, I guess. We got a few more card reward options. I'm gonna take the Piercing Tide. I was wondering if we would hit this. I was hoping not to. We could just take the Decay. Otherwise we're losing 21 HP. Go down to 28. We still gotta get through these two. I think we'll get through them just fine. Actually, we might take a little bit of damage to whatever this is, and then a lot of damage to Avocado. If we're unlucky. But we do have a decent density of block cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 if you include Curl Up. 8 if you include Secret Technique, which you should. 8 out of 18 is pretty good. It's like 2 out of 5. Maybe a little bit higher. We'd have to rest here again. Might just take the Decay. In order to upgrade stuff. We don't really have a lot of removes we want for the rest of the game anyway. Defends would be okay, I guess. Like, getting the deck really small really helps. That's kind of a late game thing. I don't want to have to rest a ton of times. I think getting upgrades on Suspension and Ore Block are pretty good. I guess we'll have Stuff Act 3. We also have Red Mask, actually. We have potions for whatever this next fight is. We have Preserved Insect. We could probably just take the hit. Never happy about it, but I'll do it. I'm gonna go straight instead. Singing Bowl. Love that this early. There's still plenty of time for that to pay off. Please give me Multi-Beam. Ooh. I think this is actually enough if we use Flex Potion. We get 12 here. We get an extra strength. Then that's 13, 19, 38. Oh, that's so close to killing this. I guess we do that line and attack this so that we only take 5. That's reasonable. It's absolutely reasonable. Just have to use this first. It's a shame that we're like 1 off from killing this without playing this. Otherwise, I think that would have been a kill. 38 plus 12, yeah. It's 50. Alright. Alright. Hit me. Maybe I should have taken the Overload, now that I think about it. die. The boot. That'll be good against Nemesis. That's what I'm choosing to think. Ooh, Revenge Protocol. So that's our rare this act, huh? Well, start of turn Brace is pretty good. Since we only have the beginnings of Brace in our deck. We did just find this. So we could actually just take the Sapphire and socket that, and maybe that pays off at some point. Become another 7. So we have 7, 7, 12. It's 26, 36, 62. We get to 62. And then a third one would be 88. So not quite to 90. Yeah, I think we take the Revenge Protocol. It's going to be good scaling defense for later. It is, of course, Avocado. Thank you, Red Mask, for doing your job. Ooh, double Piercing Hide. That's pretty good. Alternate routes. We could do Revenge Protocol, Spheric Shield. Although that doesn't actually do anything right now. I was thinking I would get the Strength bonus, but we don't have any attacks this turn to use it with. Double Piercing Hide almost gets us to 15. I'd rather full block, but then again, maybe not that smart. We could grab Curl Up, enter defensive, play Piercing Hide, and curl up on Revenge Protocol, or Strike. Maybe Strike would be better. I'm not sure we kill this thing very fast. We're better at AoE damage than single target. And stalling. So, curling up Revenge Protocol seems like a good idea. Let's just play this, see what we get. See all our options, I mean. I am thinking curl up is the best option here. We want to save Spheric Shield for later, I think, since it costs 2. Although I guess Gear Up, curl up costs 2 anyway, but eh. We also get to save Revenge Protocol that way. Get the bonus block from Piercing Hide, we get to keep more block for later. Yeah. Charge Up. Another block card, huh? Sure. Just make sure we're not going to take damage from this guy consistently hitting us. I was hoping for a better hand than this, but that's just how it goes. Didn't get any Art of War value there. That's great. Laser Turret. I mean, that takes up a stasis slot forever, but is it worth? Maybe. Might not be worth delaying Spheric Shield. Just gonna play this for free. Oh, we get to play Spheric Shield here. We don't really get to benefit from the strength here because I think I want to play Vent Steam more while planning these. Art of War, if we play multi-beam, we'll get rid of that, so I'm not going to do that. Do I have any way to put that into stasis? No. I could play it. We have enough block for next turn, especially since we have Defend coming out. So even if they do the big 21 attack, we're still fine. We could do Walker Claw then. We have enough strength for that to pay off. And we'll have an extra energy. More vulnerable. Polybeam. Okay, easy fight. We took 0 damage there, by the way. So yeah, sacrificing HP at the Forgotten Altar was not that bad. We're going to take the max HP here. Very nice. Alright, so we just fought Slavers. That gives us a 50-50 of Gremlin Leader and Book of Stabbing. Should we decide to take the Super? I have been punished for taking the Super Lead in Act 2 before, though. Super in Act 2 is very scary. They benefit the most from the 4 Super Elite buffs. max HP, regen, metallicize, and strength. I really don't feel confident against Gremlin Leader. I think we avoid it. Also, I want upgrades. But I think I have to rest here anyway for these upcoming fights. We can get an upgrade before the boss, though. We're going to upgrade Orb Walk there. I don't think attack potions are great against hallway fights. They're much better against elites. Just haven't had the opportunity to use them yet. Okay. I'm going to do like this. We're going to suspend Vent Steam. Shield Spikes. That's nice. Again, we have a Gelatinous Cube, so Hex is not a huge deal. You just do strike for strike. Okay, cool. Curl up Piercing Hide for later. Get that brace. Construction form. You'll love to see it. We lose a buffer if we do this, but probably still worth. Yeah. I'm gonna go with still worth. Guardian Whirl. We lose all our block here. But we could play it, maybe. With Piercing Hide Defend. And we're guaranteed to draw both. Let's do it. Especially since I have some more strength coming in. I'm not sure what I do here. We're going to be vulnerable next turn, but we have buffer. I guess I take the damage. Yeah. Cool. Ruby. Temporal Strike, Temporal Shield. Ruby in planning is something I said I might do. Ruby in suspension may be even better because it draws a card. A little bit of burst damage doesn't seem that great though. Wonder if there's better gems I can put in these. Probably. There's always quartz. Oh no. We have a lot of gem slots right now. We have 6. Wow. 6 gem slots. I guess I should probably take it and then just figure out what to do with it later. We can suffer one fight with a loose gem. That's fine. I'm gonna activate Art of War here and take our 4 damage. Roll attack? Yeah. We play this fight kind of slow, so the brace save will be nice. We're going to play Spheric Shield Twin Slam twice, so I'm just looking for a card to suspension here. Probably Vent Steam. Screw it. Cool. Why not? It draws a card. We're good with that. $18 times 3 is a kill on this guy, so in you go. Oh, we even got boot value. Very nice. We can shuffle without these. I think we're good. 21? We have 15. No, we have enough. I guess I'll put this in so that we can get curl up, roll attack, and one more. Bit unfortunate that we still took damage, but I think we're going to be okay. This attack potion did not pay off. And exploit gems. Okay, well now I'm really glad I took a gem of any kind, really. Okay, we got two rares this act. Very nice. Can even unmark this now. We gotta figure out where we're gonna socket this, because now we got 6 options. Let's narrow it down a little bit. We're not putting it in strike for strike. We want strength to come before attacks, so we're down to 5. Planning, Vent Steam, Suspension, Piercing Hide, Exploit Gems. We got 3 zero-cost cards, a vulnerable card, and a block card. So zero-cost cards work really, really well for stuff like Ruby and Emerald, the Dexterity Gem, because you don't spend any energy playing them, so you can spend energy playing the cards that benefit from those buffs. Planning and Suspension do not have any card draw at the moment, so Exploit Gems I think outclasses them at this particular moment. Also, if we ever decide we want to upgrade Exploit Gems, we get a third thing, so maybe we can do like a Strength of Dex and an Onyx if we're lucky. That way we can scale up both our attacks and our defense permanently every time we draw this card. Planning and Suspension would be like if I felt like there was going to be a way better gem combination we could put here. But honestly, if we got like Citrine or Quartz, I'd probably just put the Citrine in here anyway. And the Quartz I'd probably put in either Planning or Suspension. Probably Planning. Vent Steam. Strength works very well with Vent Steam. Although I think on 3 energy it's a little bit much to ask of Vent Steam to get a lot of value from that strength, even though you are applying vulnerable at the same time to make the strength even more worth it. Piercing Hide makes you safe while you're gaining the strength, which means you don't have to spend as much energy blocking. Really, it's kind of the same argument as these zero-cost cards, but from the angle that you don't need to spend energy blocking. I think overall we're going to just put this in Exploit Gems. I think we'll benefit the most from that. And we're going to go with Orb Walk upgrade for the boss. Alright, I still have this attack potion I bought. Can I get like a block card? No? Okay. Alright, we're taking 13 turn 1. Not the greatest outcome. We do, however, start with 4 turns vulnerable. You're getting this out next turn. Stasis Engine. I feel like Stasis Engine could work here. I don't think we have a ton of zero costs. So getting 3 in a turn might be a little bit difficult. But we do also have Nilari's Codex, so maybe it's possible to build up to that eventually. Also, we're going to enter defensive mode very soon, so being able to play this shouldn't be too much of a hassle. Polybeam also, as a strength jump, is really tempting here. After we build up... I think we're going to prioritize building up multi-beam, though. I'm going to try this. I'm hoping that it'll work out. We are going to look for defensive cards, though, I think. Speaking of which... Ooh. Okay, so we could do, like... We could do a Stasis Engine play where we play multi-beam for 0... Oh, wait, no, we can't even draw to it. That's not a skill. Okay, so... Oh, you know what I can do here? I can curl up Orb Walk to put it back into stasis for 1 more turn. Get an additional strength from that. Before playing it. we're just going to go like this so we can full block this turn. I am going to leave this in the deck, the Secret Technique pre-program. Ancient Construct for our 1 ruby. Yeah, I'm good. I'm really hoping for one of the rare gems after this act. I think that's the best thing for us with so many gem slots. Well, now I wish I had Stasis Engine in play. I also wish they were attacking, but can't have everything, I guess. I think with this coming up, we try to activate Art of War. So I'm just going to do this. Ooh, absolutely we'll take the Compile Package. Okay. Gigabeam Resilient Plate. It's a little early for that. I think another Orb Walk is great here. Plus these 2 cards. They are both attacks though, so I gotta be careful. Maybe I take this Shapes package for the Protocol and the Repulsor, since they all exhaust and then we get more brace per turn. Leaves us better ability to stall. Okay. I am going to go with that. Art of War again. We don't need to take these, so I'm not going to. Ooh, okay. Don't need any block this turn, we'll save this. Yay, we did some damage. The more cards we take, the harder it is for our vulnerable to stack up, so we did just run out. I think this is a good setup. I'm going to do this. And then next turn we enter defensive mode off of our protocols. So I'm going to try and do as much damage as possible. Oh, I should have put this in because I can accelerate it out. I was thinking I wouldn't be able to get it out. Another compile package? Another revenge protocol? I'll take another compile package. Give me the big damage. This looks like the big damage. So, we have 8 strength, and this is still bugged to be affected twice by all damage modifiers, so this is going to be 30 times 1.5 times 1.5. That, I believe, takes it to 45, then 67. And he has 34 block. I'm going to do this. We're going to suspend or block. Then I think we do Second Slam Time Bomb. I kind of want to wait for this, because it could be useful later. Alright, wait. We have Walker Claw, but let's go. Still gonna skip the Ancient Construct. Oh, we did 13 unblocked damage there, even though he had 14 block. That's really good. Next turn, we gotta block somehow, because we're gonna be vulnerable again. We're not gonna be weak, frail though, so we might be able to get away with something. What's coming out of stasis? Multi-beam? We'll skip. Okay. Curl up on multi-beam. Then we can full block with defend, defend. Or I can do spheric shield and try to go for the big damage play in the next couple turns. Especially with all this damage coming up, it might be better to just be safe as possible. We got that, huh? Okay. That's fine, we have enough vulnerable to wait for this. Yeah, I'm just gonna do this. I think this is gonna work. Oh yeah, that also means we get to keep the strength and thorns the next couple turns. I don't think I take these. They got attacked again. It's fine. 24 versus 22 and 22. Okay, so we can do multi-beam here. I think this is good enough. We'll have to see. Oh, we're getting face slapped, but we have horseshoe, so this will wear off before execute comes. We have 9 strength, which means this does slightly more. 32, 48, 72? This is 63. It's pretty darn good. We don't have a way to activate Stasis Engine here. We only have 2 cards. Oh, you know what we can do here, actually? This is the play. Accelerate once, accelerate twice, accelerate 3 times, and win. Man, he sounded so disappointed when I killed him. With this deck? Oh gosh. But it still showed me the ruby when I went over it. Interesting. We'll decide after. Okay. Interesting. I don't think we take the Bobble Burst because we have so many open gem slots. And finding a good gem for Bobble Burst to triple, at this point in the game, it's a lot harder. There's a lot of competition. It's definitely either one of these. I think Construction Form is really good, just in general. Even if we have 3 energy, it's probably useful just as buffer. We already have some strength scaling. We had some pretty good strength scaling in that last fight even, although some of that was from Nilrees, but that's to be expected. Taking a double Revenge Protocol, it's really helpful for our defense. I'm feeling like this is... In the past, when I've taken a bunch of protocols, though, it feels really, really slow to do stuff. Well, this is a front-loaded thing, so I'm going to take that. And I am going to skip the potion, apparently. It's kind of slow potion anyway. Attack potions will help. Okay, so we got 2 energy options and a pseudo-energy option. Tiny Bowler Hat giving us energy, quote-unquote, in the form of boss cards. So we get raw value. Raw value is pretty good with a deck that's slow. I'm not sure I can take these. Maybe I can take Fusion Hammer. I'd rather not have to have an upgraded suspension, but it might be okay to have. Upgraded Revenge Protocol might be nice, but what can you do? 4th energy. 4th energy is probably worth taking the Fusion Hammer for. Although we have had plenty of turns where we just didn't need it. And we have Art of War. So we may actually just want Tiny Bowler Hat. I'm not used to looking at stuff in this order, but I should be. We didn't even actually scale up multi-beam that much last fight. I think we put it into stasis for 2 turns total. Maybe 3. Because it was only doing 2 more damage than the Strike Plus at that one point. Tiny Bowler Hat also makes up for some of our other weaknesses, like low attack density. which helps with Reptimancer quite a bit. I'm not sure how often we're going to be able to use Construction Form on 3 energy. It'd be a lot more helpful to have a 4th energy to play Gear Up or Curl Up to enter defensive with it. I think we'd still struggle to block a hit if we had 4 energy, though. We would need to have entered defensive mode before the turn before playing it, or for enough turns so that when we draw, we've gained up enough block to keep it. So we might as well just go for the raw value from Tiny Bowler Hat. All right, we're gonna do that. Now comes my least favorite act. These fights are so long and tedious. Okay, it looks like we got a pretty decent path, though. We can still get upgrades, so I guess we'll decide what to do when we get up here. I have 242 gold. There's maybe a world where we take the late act shop. I think we just take as many events as possible. This is going to be another chest, though, from Tiny Chest. So we actually got 2 relics from this. Very nice. Can we get a third? 1, 2, 3, not quite. That's a shame. Yeah, there's not even a way on the map to do it. Anyway, if only we had taken one more question mark earlier in the game. All right. I really wanted to. What was I gonna say? Really wanted to just finish up this episode since I already took one break, but I might just have to wait anyway. Secret technique for... Is Spheric Shield the right answer? Do we maybe just try to prioritize the Spiker fast? Maybe we just build up block for multi-beam? We can even do like Spheric Shield and then Piercing Hide for maximum block so that if we do draw a multi-beam we can possibly use it. Yeah, let's just do that. It's not like we're going to need 100 block later in the fight. Unless we don't kill this fast. Strike for strike, I guess we'll take another one. We do need to kill this at some point. Tiny Bowler Hat will help a lot, though. 20, huh? Okay, that helps. Very nice. I take 27 if I play this. No, I take 36. I have 4 energy. This is 12 times 4. That's not enough to kill. It's 21 plus 36, 57. Still not enough. This is what we're going with. Successfully handles the Exploder. We still have enough block for this turn. I'm going to take the Shield Spikes. Don't really have to worry about the dazes that they're putting in, because we have Gelatinous Cube. We did not draw an attack, so I guess we're doing Construction. Construction mode is the name of the power. Interesting. I guess that makes sense. After all, that's only half of the power. There's the buffer, and then there's the construction mode. Okay, so Tiny Bowler Hat interferes with the Gelatinous Cube a bit. But only in a situation like this where you're getting 2 dazes in your draw pile every turn. Like a crazy. Okay. I think the play is we use our buffer on this guy. And then we defend. So then that plus the plated armor handles this 9 attack just fine. I would rather have an attack coming up, so I think we skip these. Literally any attack, please. That's literally any attack. Fear Potion. We have Vulnerable already? Shield Charger. That's pretty good. Especially since it's upgraded. Upgraded Shield Charger in the late game is super important. The Brace 6 instead of the Brace 4 makes so much difference. We're gonna take it. I think we're gonna keep the attack potions. There is a chance that we don't draw the Vulnerable fast enough, technically, but once we do, we're gonna have more than enough. So I don't see that being better than attack potions. Oh, we got a heal. Very nice. Ooh, Bottled Anomaly. You know, I was just talking about this with some people in the Discord, and I went through my spreadsheet and saw that I haven't had it for a long time. Unless I'm just forgetting a recent episode. My last episode that I had this was episode 36. So 34 episodes ago. I was wondering if something happened to it, but thankfully it's back. Unfortunately, it is a little bit too expensive for that plus card remove. There's also a Master Strategy and a Panic button in the shop. I guess we could afford Bottled Anomaly Panic button. Let's see. Start of combat, choose... remove a card from your draw pile. Start of turn 3, add it to your hand, and it costs 0. That's pretty good for Construction Form. It's pretty good for Spheric Shield. The big draw is that you get to play the card for free every time you draw it, and it doesn't just cost 0 for the turn. I'm not seeing a great alternative to just these single-use expensive cards, so maybe it's not worth it. Having to wait till turn 3 for buffer could backfire sometimes. It could backfire against the Heart, especially, but Construction Form was never great against the Heart. I wonder if I should have taken that into consideration in my last thing. Maybe I should have taken the Double Revenge Protocol. There's also a Master Strategy here, which I may just take instead. Accelerating us through our deck, even on 3 energy, should be absolutely great for us. Removes are also not top priority right now. Like we can remove another defend. Maybe we remove a strike. But I think the deck is pretty good as is, and I wonder if like losing our damage card or a block card would actually be hurtful. Maybe losing a defend isn't that bad. We buy Master Strategy. That's the only thing we're getting here. I think that's fine. Do we maybe buy this Aquamarine? There's a chance we get another shop in one of these question marks, but we have like no gold anyway. So Aquamarine, what would that be good in? I guess any of these cards, just if you want some block. Oh, we could put it in Vent Steam maybe. Putting it in Vent Steam means that if we find a Dexterity gem, we could combo those together and get 5 block. Spicy. Sarcasm, by the way. It's still better, though. And I've done Dexterity board Vent Steam before. It's pretty okay. It also means that if I draw any of our other block cards, or Defends, Piercing Hides, we get extra value from those, too. And since we have 4 Vulnerable in our deck, we're just kind of using this to extend Vulnerable anyway. Rather than make a play the turn of or the turn after we draw it. So I think it's still an okay play. I am going to draw this, take that, we'll figure out something. Alright, let's see what events we have. No, I'm not immediately traveling to the boss, I have none of the keys. Hate that event. Okay. So I'm noticing a distinct lack of defense this turn, other than Red Mask, thank you very much. There's no relic stats for Red Mask, like average number of, like the amount of damage that it's mitigated, or maybe the number of enemies it hits per combat. Oh, thank goodness. I'm gonna play Planning. Ooh. Yeah, we'll do Revenge Protocol, Study the Spire. I don't think this full blocks, but I still think this is correct. Maybe I should have done Piercing Hide, actually. Shield spikes. Yeah, maybe I didn't have to take damage here. Maybe that was wrong. Who knows? $27? So I could keep one buffer. If I play Construction Form with Piercing Hide, Aquamarine. We had one more energy. We could full block with the defensive mode. I said 27, right? So either we do Construction Form, or we do Piercing Hide Gear Up, and then play some other cards like Twin Slam. Like, the Vulnerable's not super important on Twin Slam, but getting the extra strength is pretty good. Especially because we get 4 this turn. After this comes out, we get to play it. That may be worth more than the Construction Form. Especially since we're entering defensive mode again. Although I think... Oh, they're not attacking next turn, actually. They've all attacked twice in a row. You can tell because none of them have strength. And whenever they're not attacking, they gain block and strength. And they can't do that move 3 times in a row. Actually, can they? Some of these are multi-attacks. Well, this guy's multi-attacking. These 2 wouldn't be attacking. Okay, let's do the Construction Form route then. These 2 will not attack. Or maybe this guy will double attack. I don't remember exactly how this goes. Is there any world in which Gem Cannon's the right answer? I don't think so. We have Art of War again. We have a multi-beam coming up, which might do enough. I don't think any of these are that great. We can enter defensive with Gear Up already. We don't need this. Yeah, skip. Oh! How did I... I thought it was 27. Oh, it was 27, but... It would be 21, then 27. Okay. Well, my bad then. This is 13 times 4 is 52. So not quite enough. Let's do this. Suspend multi-beam for 1 more turn. Enter defensive. We have 2 out of 3 zero-cost cards next turn. But we're also drawing 2 like that. We're not guaranteed a third 0, but we have a few. Exploit Gems, Planning, Aquamarine, Suspension. That's 4. Yeah, there's a chance. I want to just play multi-beam, though. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's a kill. Cool. Charge Core, Reroute, Clone. We have a good clone target now. This is already in stasis, so we can't do that. Multi-beam. Sometimes Spheric Shield, Shield Charger would be good. Twin Slam maybe not necessary anymore. I guess the Accelerates combos are still good. Another Exploit Gems. I'm not feeling it. It's too slow. Strike Dummy. We have 2 strikes, so that's it. No, we have a strike for strike. I think we blue key this, though. Or do we? Is the damage worth it? 3 more damage on all 3 of these cards. I'm only wondering this because there's a lot of relics in Act 3 that just don't do very much, so we could end up getting a dud here. And having damage for Reptimancer, like I said, is important. So having a little bit more damage on these may actually matter. We have 2 attack potions, though. And a multi-beam. How many attacks do we even have in the deck? Just these 5? Wow. It's a good thing we have these potions, I guess. And Nilri's Codex, I guess? I'm gonna take the key. I think there's a decent chance that we get something better. Alright. Aquamarine, I think, is just gonna go into Defense Team. What if I need extra block, though? And 1 energy is too much to pay for it? What if we put it in Planning? Since that's going to be our most vulnerable card out of everything. I guess Strike for Strike is also kind of a vulnerable card, but we might just not play it. Yeah, let's put it in Planning instead. And then Upgrade because we are very high HP. We could also Recall. I think we want to upgrade Suspension, though. Right? Master Strategy is also good, but upgrading this for a better draw whenever we get that is okay too. Yeah. Draw a card. We got Regen Nemesis. Oh boy. Enter defensive now because it's guaranteed to attack next turn. Thank you for doing that. You can put Strike for Strike in to come out in 2 turns. Stasis Engine. Well, you know, we don't have to worry about burns with Gelatinous Cube. How about a Shield Charger? I was thinking about like our consistency of our draws and such. Last time we tried it didn't really work out, so. Ooh, we get free construction form. Very nice. I do kind of want to put Shield Charger in. We already got Suspension. No, we didn't get Suspension. Okay. Let's seek for that. Put that in like that. I guess we keep the Master Strategy for later. Sounds good to me. Time Bomb. Take it and hope that we don't get it in 2 turns from now. That'd kind of suck. If we got it next turn and they're doing the 45 attack, that'd be... Well, we have Buffer. Let's take an attack that dumps our strength. Especially since Art of War is a thing. Chrono Boost. Alright, let's start doing some damage now. Is there any way we want to block? I guess Twin Slam on Shield Charger blocks enough. Get to 24, and then we can even play Strike for Strike. Takes us to 21, which is exact. I guess we don't play Vent Steam because we want to play Refracted Beam. That makes sense. We do it like this. Okay. I want to draw a Spheric Shield if I can, so I guess Overload is correct. $45. Hexaburn is going off at the wrong time. That's okay. Just activate Art of War for next turn. We want damage next turn, so... Oh yeah, we have the boot. I forgot about that. Doesn't affect Hexaburn, but still. Damage, please. Enough damage, please. This isn't enough damage. I'm already losing buffer, aren't I? I guess if we do this... 27 minus 4 is 23. If we do this, then we do lose 1 buffer. It's 40 damage, though. Jeez. I'm pretty sure I can guarantee my safety for the rest of the fight, so I don't have to use a potion here. I'll lose a buffer. That's fine. Maybe we get multi-beam next turn. Or something. No, we get refracted beam. Shield spikes? Yeah, we still have a buffer. Right, multi-beam will actually kill because of boot now. Forgot about the thorns. Okay, cool. Red candle. That's... I really like this one when it shows up. Good utility, good extra damage. Another suspension plus. Really wish this wouldn't glitch like that. Another suspension plus. It's basically a free card. Its major weakness is, of course, the heart. How much max HP have we gained so far? 4? Maybe I should have skipped that. Because I'm looking for a lot of gems. Zero damage fight, by the way, which is pretty nice. It's either this or we take the max HP. I think this is good for us, so I'm gonna take it. It's a fight. Oh, and we got 2 spikers, 2 exploders. Oh, and you're attacking? So rude. Okay, this is our play. Oh, that doesn't... Oh, shit. I forgot this was in stasis. Take some damage. That way we'll go into defensive mode on the first hit. I'll take another multi-beam. Okay. Well, that was a disaster. My bad. Should have entered defensive with curl up, gear up. 16 damage, that's fine. Well, that's absolutely fine, wow. Alright. Giga Beam, I think you're a bit late. Well, I mean, you were around earlier, but... Deca's Washers. Okay, it was absolutely worth skipping. That strike dummy. That's great news. We don't have a lot of upgrades, right? Would be just the Master Strategy at this point. Maybe the Revenge Protocol. Probably do Revenge Protocol in Act 4. Draw 3 cards is enough. So, unless this fight goes really badly, we're gonna keep going right. Oh, it's Giant Head. 390 is so much easier to reach than 520. So, Secret Technique. We can Secret Technique for a Shield Charger. And then put it into stasis immediately. That's a little much, I think, though. Let's grab Piercing Hide. Let's block the 9 this turn. We'll get Art of War procced. I guess we want the Spheric Shield in 3 turns exactly. Oh, of course. But I guess at least we're not putting it into stasis with planning. Actually, 2 turns would be nice. But 3 is fine. Looks like we can enter defensive soon enough with Curl Up. Metallicize or Vent Steam? Neither? Neither. We can't put anything into stasis right now. We don't even have Twin Slam. So, ooh, Construction Form. We can enter defensive with Piercing Hide, so we do actually have the energy to just do this. You know, I didn't actually think about this too hard, but I guess with Art of War we could have taken a 4th energy and then have 5 energy for Construction Form turns, maybe? That would be a second way out. We don't need Plated Armor in this fight. We're going to just do this thing. No. Oh boy, this is going to be a big damage turn. Alright. Let's stack up as much slow as we can. Oh, right, we're about to get hit by the big hits, so actually correct to just end your defensive. Okay. Good enough for me. Skip these. We're only going to have 2 energy next turn, which really hurts. Oh yeah. Cancelled completely. Very nice. Is Shield Charger even worth it at this point? Might not be. We have 2 buffers. Like, how are we going to full block this? We just need damage. With 9 strength. 10 strength. Okay. Wow, this is going to be a big damage turn, too. We're going to put multi-beam in. We're probably going to be relying on whatever you call it. Buffer to handle this. But in the meantime, we can do Twin Slam, Twin Slam. Strike plus strike for strike, refracted beam. Actually, I think this is just a kill, seeing how much damage that just did. Goodbye. Right, we lost HP to that one hallway fight, which was really dumb. Time Bomb. Well, we do have one more fight coming up. Time Bomb Accelerate is actually looking pretty good right now, as well as the scaling from Strength and Vulnerable. I don't think we need it though, so let's not take it. Up to 8 now. It's almost as much as a pair. Yeah, we're just gonna go right. Ugh. Fights like these are why I don't like Act 3. Just very tedious. As soon as I get to the Act 3 boss, I'm taking a break. Maybe taking the second suspension wasn't worth it. Maybe it was better to take 2 max HP. I can enter defensive for a couple turns. I think I want to just Spirit Shield Vent Steam. Maybe we do double suspension instead. Yeah, that makes sense instead of playing planning. Maybe planning is the bad card. Maybe I would remove planning at the Act 4 shop. And if I had thought of that, I wouldn't have socketed the ward there. Oh. Save Spheric Shield then? Don't play Vent Steam? Sure, why not? We don't get to save one of the buffers, but one is all we need. Take this. Okay, so you're trying to do that now. That's great. This is tough. How do we handle this? We need an attack of some kind. I mean, we have multi-beam, but we have to play that as our last card, so we can't really adapt to whatever comes out of this. So we have 4 strength right now. This is 13 damage. 2 more strength would not get it over the threshold. Only vulnerable would. So I guess we take the plated armor. We curl up on Shield Charger. Master Strategy. Okay, we do get Twin Slam, good. 9 times 3. Risk it, I guess? Even if it's the single big hit. Like, this is the only thing that could give us problems, really, other than, you know, being cursed, but we just got off that. I'm gonna play it. Please be something small. 16. Well, it's not like we were going to block it anyway. Alright, we got 1 turn of strength out of construction form, and we got some buffer. Let's take another Spirit Shield, absolutely. I was hoping to be able to use the plated armor to block for that. It didn't work out. Ooh. $12 and block. That seems good to me. I guess now we play Revenge Protocol. Sure. Compile package. And go back in. $25 times 3 is not enough. Wait, 25 times 3 plus 51. That's enough. Right? 25 times 3 plus 51 is 125. We have 122 here. Oh, it's exact. And we have red candle in case I'm mapping wrong here. It's not exact? One more? Right, because 126. Ooh, Sentry Blast. You love Sentry Blast. Oversaturates our stasis, though. Yeah, that might be too big of a downside. We're also fighting Time Eater. Alright. Gain 2 random gems, you say? I'll take 2 random gems. Garnet Tourmaline. Okay, so one more turn of Vulnerable, that's fine by me. Tourmaline can probably go in our Piercing Hide. Just stack up the thorns there. Ooh, I don't think I've ever seen this, because I usually take the remove. This is one of those unique times where I think the gems are worth more. Very nice. Just gotta wait to socket them though, so we're gonna have to fight a couple of fights. We didn't hit Reptimancer at all. Wow. We're gonna do Shield Charger here. Oh, but Multi-Beam comes out next turn when it's intangible anyway, so... Don't care. Do I want to do damage this turn? Do I care about... I might care about an extra energy next turn. Let's just do this. Skip. Maybe actually Stasis Strike would have been a good idea. I think we'll be okay, regardless. I'll take the Strength here. Draw some cards. Revenge Protocol. Okay. Guardian Roll seems like a great card to draw next turn. So I'm gonna hope I do. With maybe some Vulnerable, you know? Be great. Looks like we get it. Very nice. I don't think we have the energy to play Construction Form here. We don't have any Brace in hand. Oh wait, we can get Brace from Twin Slam Shield Charger. So we can re-enter defensive without Spheric Shield. Let's just put Construction Form into Stasis to get rid of it. Let's see. Twin Slam and Guardian Roll are both getting played here. Let's do this first, I guess. Okay. Oh, is it dead? It's dead. That was a 3-turn kill. Very nice. Thank you, Guardian Whirl. And, of course, Nilri's Codex. Skip again. Alright, now it's more than a pair. 12. Alright, this is it. This is the last fight I have to do in Act 3. Let's play these suspensions as well. Shield Charger, great. I want to play Construction Form, but there's nothing I can do to block this turn for it, so we're just going to put that in. I guess we'll get it out. Really wish I had Letter Opener. Skip these. We do still need to prioritize killing this. Thankfully we can do that with this draw. Oh, we got an extra energy this turn. Where'd that come from? Happy Flower. How nice. Can't cleanse enough of this. So I think we just play it for maximum. Yeah, we can enter defensive next turn with Gear Up, so we're good. Goodbye. So Repulsor at this stage is interesting. It actually does stack with Gelatinous Cubes, so the first status we draw each turn will actually draw us 2 cards. So this is interesting at this point. I'm not certain it's worth it. Costs a lot. We have to spend an upgrade getting that instead of, I guess, Revenge Protocol. It's not so bad, I guess. Like, we have a guaranteed fight. We have a fight that's guaranteed to give us statuses. We have essentially a 50-50 for the next 2 fights. Because Awaken 1 only gives you Voids in Phase 2. Meanwhile, Deca gives you Dazes every other turn in your discard pile. I guess neither of those are great. Spirit and Shield in the Heart, though, really like having Repulsor. Maybe it's worth trying. Maybe we'll see how bad this is. I'm pretty confident we're just going to win this run with what we have. Maybe the Heart's actually not worth doing this for, though. It's extra card draw. I think I'd rather have Energy. Like, the Heart is always the hardest thing. If you can get to the Heart with a lot of HP, you're probably going to need it. And drawing badly doesn't really help that. Alright. Let's figure out what to do with these gems. Tourmaline first, I think. Definitely Piercing Hide. I say this every time I have Tourmaline with Strike for Strike, but it does not work. The Thorns comes after the self-attack, so... yeah. Imagine we get Sack of Gems in the Act 4 shop. That'd be really funny, because we don't have a campfire to socket them after that. It was correct to take those other 2 gems, though, it looks like. Select a card, receive the gem. Yeah, it's just going to be Piercing Hide. It's our best Thorn setup. And Garnet, probably in one of our draw cards. Oh, Exploit Gems. It's a build your own Ben's Team strength combo. Yeah, okay. Recall. Alright. It's a lot of zeros in our hand. I'll deal with that when I get back, so see you in just a sec. Alright. We are back. Let's win this fight. How are we going to do that? I guess we start with drawing some cards. Probably just put Multi-Beam into Stasis for now, as our option. Maybe we can put Planning into Stasis. Yeah, I don't see a really better option, so I'm just going to do it like that. 4, 5, and either Strike or Gear Up. Oh, if we enter Defensive now, we save 4 HP? We could potentially save HP next turn. However, it can do the multi-attack again, or the big attack next turn. I would love to have the defense for that if that's the case. I didn't realize that those added up exactly to 10. That's nice. Cool. Very nice. Second Orb Walk. Well, we've drawn both of our suspensions already. So, actually getting Orb Walk into play would require us getting lucky from, I guess Curl Up could be a thing, or from Planning. Is it worth it? It's another 3 strength. I'm going to say no because we have Construction Form as well. Although I could be wrong about that. Maybe Repulsor is the answer? We still have Gelatinous Cube. The more slimes we have to deal with over time, the worse Gelatinous Cube gets. Well, eventually. For the most part, it's going to be just fine because it draws an extra card. And it's going to take a while for it to have enough slimes to fill the hand more than your own cards. We need at least 6. Yeah, let's not add more cards to the draw pile right now. Let's make sure we're set up before we use any kind of additional power. Of course you're doing the block move. I guess I can use Spheric Shield, though. Oh man, I would love to save this for next turn. I can Secret Technique for Curl Up Plus to put that into stasis. Then I can cleanse all the debuffs next turn. Yeah, that seems like a pretty good idea, especially before planning, since I don't know what it's going to put into stasis. Could also do this first. There's Construction Form. I have 5 energy this turn. 9, 10. Is there anything else I want to do? I did mention Spheric Shield, but I have 1 energy now, so I probably should just play Revenge Protocol Planning. And keep Master of Strategy for later. Yeah. I guess that puts a Ward in the discard, but I don't care. Stasis Field. Consistent block. Maybe? We have some Accelerate as well. I'm looking at discard and draw here. How do we scale up here besides Construction Form? That's a very good question. I'm not sure. I guess we just continue to use Stasis to keep our cards going. Stasis Field is pretty good. Yeah, I'll take it. Oh, never mind. We have Horseshoe. Forgot about that. Could have kept that 2 strength from last turn. Oh well. I can now use it to cleanse Atama Beam's downside. Win-win there. 30, huh? I could block that with Spheric Shield and a buffer. So with 4 energy, probably just want to do Spheric Shield, Twin Slam, Twin Slam. We could put Shield Charger into Stasis. I don't think that's super necessary. Stasis Field is the last card in the draw, of course. Yeah, let's start with the... Then we do Orb Walk, Atama Beam, Last Stand for the extra strength. We'll accelerate that out. Actually... I can't play that this turn if I accelerate it out. Otherwise I lose the other buffer. I guess I should have done Vent Steam's first Twin Slam. I didn't think about that option, just using those 2. But I guess if I want to keep the vulnerable... Oh, I can just still do this. It just doesn't get the extra damage from Twin Slam. Alright, good enough. Stasis Engine, huh? We have a possibility to use that. It's going to be a little hard to get into play next turn. We'll have what, 16 block versus... either this or 38 damage? Is it 38? I don't remember. I think it starts at 36, but then gets to 38 after strength. Stasis Engine. I'm gonna stick with no, but maybe Evasive Protocol. Yeah, we'll do Evasive Protocol. 1 cost card with 3 energy. Should be good enough. Keep our defensive scaling going. Another Last Stand. Well, we know this time it's not going to work because Horseshoe, so we're free to do whatever. Should probably just play 6 cards. Do I have any Thorns? No, and I can't enter defensive either. 2. 3, 4. 5, 6. Let's do 3, 4, 5. And... Getting some Accelerate out might be a good idea. In a couple turns. It's only 2 less damage than a strike. Gives more vulnerable. Vulnerable's not so necessary, but it's still pretty good. We have a bunch of block cards coming up. Alright. And unlike future planes, we can actually save that with stasis. I'm going to skip these. Don't waste your time. Oh, it starts at 32. Interesting. Most of the time when I see this attack, it's either like, it's usually 38 or 36. I don't remember ever seeing it lower. Maybe 34, actually? Let's see what we got here. I think this is going to be Stasis Field Shield Charger. I don't see any other way to block this turn. We don't have any brace in hand. We have 3 brace cards in the draw pile, and only 5 cards if you don't include exploit gems, so let's just see what we get. Okay, we got curl up. That means we are safe this turn. We even got some dexterity because of the evasive protocol. That's good. 8, 9, and I guess we'll have 3 cards next turn. Yep. Interesting. It's ethereal. We should just let this come out next turn, so I should play my brace cards. Every time I enter defensive, they know not to attack me. It's very strange. Alright. Time Bomb. Time Bomb would get me to defensive mode again. And also, they're vulnerable, so we do a lot of damage. Okay. We also have this coming out, so we'll have more than enough block, I think, for whatever happens this turn. 14 times 3. Oh yeah, we have the protocols too. Forgot about that. That's nice. So we're trying to get to 42, which means we need just these, huh? Okay, great. Does that mean I don't play Twin Slam or Time Bomb? Sheesh. Nah, I'll play them. Chances of them not attacking next turn is so low. I wouldn't even be surprised at this point, but still. Oh, so long as we don't split them, though. Oh, but we just did, didn't we? Because this is 27 Thorns damage. Ah! It's just barely too much. Let's not take up the timer, then. Body Crash? Maybe there's a small chance we kill. Maybe not. Just lost a bunch of block. We probably need to set up something for upcoming turns. Is there any way I play 8 cards? No. We have 6 cards in hand plus a ward. That's 7. I guess if I use the attack potion... I have 13 strength. If I get Gem Cannon, I wonder if I get the kill. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 10 plus 13 is 23. Times vulnerable is 34. 34 times 6 is not quite enough. Dang. If we drew Body Slam... Oh wait, we're drawing cards. Yeah, we can roll over the timer then. Let's start with this, though. Save Vent Steam for later. Again? Okay. Five cards is what we need. I mean, it's probably better than having only 5 cards next turn. Can we even play 5 cards? We can if we get multi-beam. But it's not guaranteed. We only have 4 energy. I'm in trouble if I don't draw. I'm in trouble next turn in general, actually. Alright, let's see how this goes. I guess I'd play a card here. Probably the Slimed. Because I want Art of War, so I don't want to do strike for strike, and the damage doesn't matter anyway. Okay. Another Shield Charger. This makes it harder to get my defensive cards, so I think we skip. I think we might use Speed Potion this turn. We didn't draw Defend. Okay. This is 10 block. I guess we can use a buffer charge if we use Speed Potion, otherwise we use a buffer charge and then lose 16 if we use this. Otherwise we lose 32, and that's not preferable. Yeah, this sucked. I guess Brace matters more? Yeah, because we re-enter defensive. Okay. Revenge Protocol for more? Okay. Yeah, I'll go with that. Alright. 16 damage. That's acceptable. Don't like that I had to use a potion for that, but could it be worse? Save this. Do some damage. Guess we save the Piercing Hide? No, we save the Defend. 7. Okay, let's see if we can get 5 cards next turn. Fierce Bash, Laser Turret, Orb Support. Free damage. I'm gonna choose free damage. Ha. This time I planned for your big attack. He has 8 strength. You're going to 18 times 3, we already full block that, so I might as well just, like, damage. This accelerates this out, which means I have to play it to put it back. We do it like this for some thorns. Okay. That should be fine, and I don't need any more of these. We're looking for just raw damage. Although, another Revenge Protocol would be 2 more strength. Yeah. Alright. Fight number 2 is Awakened 1. How many plans? How many powers do we have? 3. And I regret upgrading Orb Walk now. Oh, we have 4 because Study the Spire. I wonder if that's worth playing. You only get 3 boss cards from it. I know I've skipped it in the past, but that's for those specific scenarios. Ooh, do we, like, curl up multi-beam, Spheric Shield, Study the Spire? And then see if we can use, oh yeah, we get 5 energy next turn. Happy Flower, Art of War, that makes sense. That's 45 damage. No, 50, because of extra strength. And maybe we get some kind of card from here to do the rest of the damage. Is it worth it, though? I still don't know. I think it's not, so... Actually, is it Gear Up Piercing Hide? That also enters defensive, but doesn't use up Spheric Shield. Yeah, let's go with that. Those are full block. That's what I meant. Powers are a big no here, so... Okay, so we got the multi-attack already. It's not great. Oh look, a construction form. Don't know about that one. We could suspend it. Wait to play it until later. It's 50 damage. I do need to block this turn. I don't think these are a big enough threat yet. We can suspend multi-beam for next turn. I did say we could suspend construction form. If we draw the other suspension, we could probably do that, but not right now. I'd probably rather suspend Shield Charger this early. If I play construction form, this goes to 40. It's 52 total. I don't think we can effectively use that. Maybe we just don't use it this fight. Juggling it through the deck is going to be a pain. So we'll just keep this for next turn. 13 damage. If we don't play any attacks, we'll have the energy to kill this one again. 4 times 13 is 52. But still not enough for this one. Unless we use the Thorns this turn. The Thorns this turn would do it. Oh yeah, we had that too. I didn't realize. We could have killed with multi-beam. Actually, 18, we would have needed 3 energy. I guess we could have just played these then? Wow. Alright. I will accept my misplays. And that sucks, I didn't see that line. Stasis Strike? Hang on, Stasis Strike. I think that's our plan to beat this. We have a lot of HP, so we can use our HP for setup. Or for defensive mode, as this looks like it's going to be. Yep. Okay, we did get Twin Slam. So that means this is going to be 19. I think that means we can do... Oh wait, hang on. Another 3 strength makes this 16, 24, okay. So we can just, like... Twin Slam, play Orb Walk, defend. We don't get Shield Charger in play, but we're already in defensive, so... And, yeah, I think I am going to play the Orb Walk. Maybe? Well, I guess I have to now that it guarantees the kill. Defend. Multi-beam. Ooh, that next turn. Resilient Plate. Do I have anything? No? Skip. Secret Technique, though. I can grab anything I want from this. We know we're getting multi-attack next turn, since we haven't been multi-attacked in 2 turns, including this one. So I could grab... I guess it'd be a good idea to grab Shield Charger now, since we have a suspension in hand. I'm not sure how we beat Phase 2 with this plan. Oh, Study the Spire is still 0. I thought it reset to 3 whenever you redrew it. Maybe it does. I could also just grab Master of Strategy. I think that's even better. Because my hand, I don't have the energy. I don't have stuff to play for energy here. Okay. Hi. Kind of want to play Strike for Strike this turn. Put Strike in. Let's do it like this. Take 1. Do a lot of damage. A Recover seems pretty good. Did I already draw through Stasis Strike? I guess I did. Maybe I'll get to play it soon, though. Yeah, I'm running out of time here. I need to do damage. I guess this is the way. Take advantage of our strength and vulnerable. Alright, multi-attack. Oh god, we don't have the Accelerate for this? Looks like we're taking a bunch of damage again then. Unless we got like an Incinerate from this, we would be in trouble. Probably worth it to try, because this is only 13 block, so we take 27. That's a lot of damage. I don't see this being that useful for the rest of the game, after all. So let's see. Laser turret, guardian whirl. Man, this is like the 3 worst I could have gotten. It's like really bad. I guess I can accelerate and put that in so it's doing constant damage. This is rough. We're gonna enter defensive off this to stay safe. Another time bomb. We have one in draw pile already. God. I'm not confident in this. At all. Brace numbers are going up. I think we just want to do as much damage as possible right now. Which I think means time bomb? Time bomb piercing hide. We could do stasis strike and then try to go for more stasis stuff. I feel like we're still far away from that though. I'm gonna keep saving it. Speed boost. No. And of course it's the multi. Why wouldn't it be? Okay, well, we got that, I guess. I don't need you. I'm probably going to play everything else this turn. I think we lose here, unfortunately. Shield spikes. Compile package? I don't see any way for this to save us. Shield spikes might be good enough, though. Because we need consistent block. Man. We don't have the damage. This is 33. 24 is 57. Plus 10 is 67. So we got a block. I guess Stasis Strike is okay here. No. We also need to prepare for the big turn. I don't have a way to put this into stasis. 12 and 10 is not enough. So we go down to 1 in order to survive this. If we kill them now, we have nothing for next turn. This does not save us. Yeah, it's 15. So we gotta kill them next turn. And then hopefully get some kind of setup that saves us. Alright. I guess we can take a pre-program, maybe. We suspension strike for strike, then we play pre-program to shuffle without these cards. I guess curl up's still okay, but like... Yeah, we'll do pre-program. There's a chance we get shield charger with it. Alright. 1 HP. It's all come down to this. Okay, there's... Are you kidding me? Suspension's the bottom card? Okay, we can still planning. We can still planning and make it happen that way, and then we can pre-program. We had shield spikes. Not the cards I'm looking for. But Twin Slam can get shield spikes out. Let's do exploit gems for next turn. Gotta survive this somehow. I guess compile package happens now, in case it got the thing. 44. That's not enough. No way this is enough. Oh? Is there any way we block this? We don't have any... Of course we have one thing blocking this. Time Bomb. Time Bomb gets out shield spikes. None of these give any brace. We can have weak for 11 block. It's the only one we have. It's the only one that does anything. Alright, that's it. GG. Man, Awaken 1's so hard. Finding consistent block in that really hurt us. So what went wrong here? Maybe not having enough energy really hurt. Maybe I should have invested in my future back here instead of taking Empty Cage. Empty Cage might have been a bit greedy. Although going for small deck strat is usually good at the end of Act 1 if you have a small enough deck for it. It's just that we didn't really find the pieces. Maybe if I had leaned into the infinite routes with the quartz, it would have been good. I think one of them was up against an orb block, though. 4-1 here? Yeah. But infinites are boring anyways. Yeah, this run felt like it had some legs, but Awaken 1 just doesn't like it. Just doesn't like us at all. I guess that was maybe a reason not to take Tiny Bowler Hat, now that I think about it. I keep forgetting about that interaction. I've mentioned it in previous episodes, but this really hurts against Awaken 1. And finding consistent block on Guardian is really hard. I'll say it again. Anyways, that'll be it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you stick around for future ones. If you do, I'll see you then. Thanks for watching.